In this lesson, we're going to learn about music notation. And music notation is just like when you take notes in your other classes to help remember what your teacher told you. Just like that, we also have notes in music, and they exist to remind us of what we have already learned. So hold out your hand so that it looks like this, and count your fingers. From the bottom to the top, you'll see 5 fingers. If we have 5 fingers, then that means we're going to have 4 spaces in between them. And again, counting from the bottom to the top. So the lowest one is number 1, and the highest space is number 4. By this point, we know the solfege syllables, so I put them up here next to the hand, and I put an orange arrow pointing to your second finger up. For now, we're going to call that finger Do. So if we know which one is Do, we're going to be able to figure out which one every other finger and space are. So we'll move Do to that finger, and we're going to alternate finger to space to finger to space, which means if that is Do, then the next space above it is going to be Re. If that's true, then the finger above Re will be Mi, and then the space will be Fa. The next finger would be So, and we could keep going up La, Ti, Do, Re, Mi forever. But for now, let's go back to the Do that we started with and go backwards. So going down, the space below the Do is Ti, and then the finger below that, your first finger, would be La, and we could keep going backwards as well. So if we were to point to the fingers of the pattern that we sing a lot, we're going to start with pointing to Do, and then go to Mi, and then back to Do. Your 5 fingers and 4 spaces is just like the music staff. If you notice, the music staff also has 5 lines and 4 spaces, and we also count them from the bottom to the top. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines and 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. We're going to keep that second line that was your second finger. We're going to keep it as Do, and that arrow is going to stay there to help us remember where it is. So now we'll just move Do over. And if that line is Do, then we know that the space right above it would be Re, which means the line above that is Mi, the space above that is Fa, and the line above that is So. And again, we could keep going up and up and up, but for now we'll start back at Do and go down. So right below Do, the space would be Ti, which means the bottom line would be La. And let's look at that same pattern that we sing a lot on the music staff. So I'm going to put a note right on the Do line. And if we're going to sing Do, Mi, Do, then there's Do. It would go up to the Mi line, the third line up, and then back down to the Do line. When we write it out all together, we see all 3 of them. For Do, up to Mi, back down to Do. If we want it to say Do, Re, Do, then we just move Mi down to Re. And we have the second line, goes up to the next space, and then back to the second line. If we want it to say Do, Ti, Do, then again, Do is on the second line, Ti is on the space right below it, and then we go back up to Do. Now it's important for us to know that Do can start on any line or any space of the staff. So let's move it to the third space up. And if that space is Do, then all of the other syllables move right with it, which means this third space up is Do. If we want to go to Mi, we have to go up to the 4th space, and then back to Do brings us back down to the 3rd space. And there is our Do, Mi, Do pattern. If we want it to say Do, Re, Do, then we move Mi down to the line that is now Re. If we want it to say Do, Ti, Do, then same thing, we'll have to move that middle note to the line that is for T. Let's move Do one more time just to help reinforce this. So we'll put Do on the very bottom line, the first line. And if Do moves there, then all the other syllables move with it. And again, the note goes on the first line for Do now. To play Mi, we have to move it to the second line up, and then it goes back to the first line for Do. And here's what it looks like all together as one pattern. And if we want to see the first 5 notes of our scale, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, So, then we just have to draw the note starting on Do, go to Re and Mi, and then Fa and So. Line, space, line, space, line. Now, it took you a few years to learn how to read English, so it's going to take you a little while to learn how to read music. It's very similar that way. Keep trying it and don't get discouraged.